In this video, I want to show you the automations I've set up for Winston deal. This is the set of minimum automations you need when you have a new deal. Of course, you can add additional automations, but these are the things I have set up. So inside the CRM, this is my CRM. There is a folder called, or a link called automation. If you click on it, and you get all the workflows. And I tend to organize my workflows in different folders. I created a folder called Winston. The first thing we always do is set up a webinar, and I'm going to make another video where I show how to set up a Zoom webinar, what kind of settings you need to have for the webinar. The first thing we did is send out a webinar invitation, right? So there is automation I've set up for sending out webinar invitation. So if you open it here, so you can send 3 to 5 emails. For this deal, it's a shorter time frame. I'm just doing 3 email invitations. So always I add them through the contact list and use a drip mode. You don't want to send 1,000 emails at the same time. So the drip mode basically tells the system, send 20 emails every minute so that it's sending gradually. Then we send the invitation email 1. You can see how it is designed here. It's a simple design, new deal alert. It has a timer. You can create the timer inside the CRM and call to action at the top. So if they want to register for the webinar, they can register. And then information about with main features and another call to action. This is register for the webinar. It's a soft commit. If they click on it, it goes to the landing page, which I showed before. And then more details on the bottom. So if they want more details, we say market highlights, investment highlights, business plan. You need to have call to action. So all 3 emails are set up similarly, some slight variations. So the first email goes out on the day I want. Usually I would like to do anywhere from 2 weeks to 10 days before the webinar. So there's enough time to send other emails and put a wait step. I'm going to wait for 4 days before I send the next email in drip mode. Then I wait some more days and send a third email in the drip mode. Once this is done, I'm going to add them to another workflow, which is post-webinar workflow, right? Even if they don't register for a webinar initially, after the webinar, you want to send everyone in your list some recording of the webinar. Sometimes people respond to that. Once they go through this, I wait till the end of the webinar and then add them to the workflow. Here I have set Winston post-webinar email sequence. They're automatically added there. This is the basic invite sequence. If someone registers after the first email, we don't want to keep sending them second and third email to register. There is another simple workflow setup. I'll remove webinar registrants from invites. As soon as they get tagged, whenever they register for the webinar, they get a tag called webinar. This is the date of the webinar, so I know which webinar they registered for. As soon as they get this tag, they're removed from Winston webinar invitation workflow. So they don't get constant reminders of, hey, register for the webinar. The second thing I also do on the first day you should send the webinar invite is we want to make sure people understand that apart from your regular email, this is a special email about a new deal. We want the open rate to be as high as possible. So the best way to do that is I set up another sequence. It's voicemail, drop, and text. This is extremely effective. For the same people, we sent the invite email on day 1. Again, everything I do is drip mode. We don't want to send everything. I actually send them out. This is called as a voicemail drop. It's extremely powerful. The reason is they will get a couple of rings on their phone and then immediately have a new voicemail. From their point of view, I tried to call them personally and left a voicemail. It has a higher response rate. I'm going to quickly show you. So if you didn't hear it, I said, hey, this is Raj from Mira Capital. I sent an email this morning, a new deal, and then I talk about some things about the deal, and then say, please register for the webinar. Call me back if you have any questions, right? That actually increases the response, or increases the registration to the webinar. And then I wait for about 10 minutes. In the actual voicemail, I also end it saying, I'll also send you a text. Right? Wait for 10 minutes, and then there's a text message sent to them. If you see here, hi, contact first name, it is hi, John, Becky, whatever it is. Just want to make sure you saw my email about Winston apartment deal, solid return, strong cash flow. I put the landing page link there as well. And then I always put wait step in case I want to do something else. I may not do anything else, but it's a wait step there for people to go through. So as you can see, 862 people went through this sequence. So this is extremely powerful. I always recommend, but I don't overdo it. You don't keep sending them text after text after text. Then people are going to unsubscribe. I send them text only during a new deal announcement day. Otherwise, I don't send any mass text to people. So that's another workflow I've set up. Once they register for the webinar, you want a confirmation email and reminder sequence. When their contact tag is webinar, this one, as soon as they did it, then I again remove them from invitation email sequence. That's another way to make sure they are removed from this thing so that they're not getting invite. And then I send an internal notification to myself saying someone registered. Then I get an email confirmation and an SMS confirmation. If you see the SMS here, they say, hey, you are in, please check your email for details on how to attend Winston webinar, right? We set the event start time, wait 1 day before, and send an SMS email 24 hours before the webinar. We wait 1 hour before the webinar, again, send an email reminder. 10 minutes before, we send an email reminder plus an SMS. All these things are done to make sure the people actually attend the webinar. And then once it's done, we add them to the post-webinar email sequence workflow. The last thing is the actual post-webinar email sequence. Because my webinar hasn't happened yet, I haven't published this thing, but it basically looks like post-webinar, we send an email, like about 3 emails, each email with the increasing order of urgency, right? First email, we actually send them, oh, this is the recording. You want to look at the recording? The second and third email, we actually give a deadline. Hey, we have a deadline this day. If you want to get in, commit, right? And then the third recording, we actually tell them, hey, we have about 70% filled or 80% filled. Please get in. This is the core sequence for the webinar automation. I have other automations here because I'm running Facebook ads. I will make another video on how to do Facebook ads. But if someone fills a form, lead form, there is a workflow for that. And then if someone comes from Facebook ad and registers for the webinar, we want to tell Facebook that they actually someone from Facebook registered, so that it goes and finds other people who are similar to that. So you always give feedback to Facebook. So we have set up that one too. Most of you won't need it because you're not running Facebook ads. This is the core automations you need. You can have other automations according to the requirement as well.